Okay, today we're going to do a review for our Unit 3 test. Um, if you would like to watch first, I'll go over the review and then you can do the pages in the next several slides and send them to your teacher. Or if you have a paper copy, if you'd like a paper copy, you can contact your teacher and you can pick one up at the office. And you could do the paper copy along with me. So you could watch as I go over these and do it on the paper, and we can do it together. So first of all, let's look at the first one. It's rule. The rule is already there for you. Add 3. So what you're going to do is the number goes in, 6. You're going to add 3. So 6 plus 3 would be 9. So that would be what comes out. We don't know what goes in, but we add 3 to it and 14 comes out. So a fact family for addition is subtraction. So what you could do is go 14 minus 3, so go backwards, is what? And that would be 11. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, 11. So then 12 plus 3 is what? That would be 15 right here. Again, something, add 3 is 21. So basically, you can do the fact family and go backwards. So 21 take away 3 is what? So take away, let's see, 20, 19, 18. So 18, 19, 20, so 18 would go here. 35, take away 3 is what? So let's see, 3 take away 5, take away 3, 32 would go here. So then the last one, you're going to put what your own. So what goes in? You could say, oh, 2. And you add 3 to it, and that would be 5. But you could make any number here. So that's your choice, what you want to do. Now over here, it's a little harder because we don't know the rule. So we have to figure out the rule. So first of all, we see that it goes in at 24 and comes out 16. Is that going up or down? It's going down. So it's probably subtracting. So let's see, what's 24 minus what is 16? Let's think about that. 16, what if I went up? So because the fact family for subtraction is addition, so I'm going to go up 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It goes up by 8. So that might be minus 8, but we're not sure if that's true yet because we have to test it with the next one. So 16 take away 8, is it 8? Yes, it is. So I think we got the rule. So the rule would be minus 8. So 40 minus 8, you put your answer right here. 32. Something minus 8 is 33. Now again, we can just do the fact family. So 33 plus 8, and you can figure out what you would start with. And again, 28 plus 8, and you would figure out what you start with. Because if you go in backwards, you can do the fact family for it to figure that out. And then here, you would do your own. So you know the rule is minus 8. So you could go 8 minus 8 is 0. I mean, you could do anything. This is your choice, but you need to fill it out. Okay? Now, the next problem is rounding. Use rounding to estimate and then solve. Use your estimate to check your work to make sure it makes sense. So if your estimate is close to the real answer, then it makes sense. So if you estimated 236, that would be, if I estimated it to the nearest 10, that would be 240. So I would write 240 up here. Plus 78 is closer to 80. So 80. So I would write 240 plus 80, and you would have to add those together, and that would be 320. And then you would have to work this out. 8 plus 6 is 14. 7 plus 3 and 1 more is 11. And then that would be 3. 314 is the real answer. So 314 is pretty close to 320, so that would make sense. And how about this one? 73. 73 rounds to 70. Minus 45. 5 is right in the middle, so if it's right in the middle, you bump up. So that would be 50. So you've got 70. So your estimate up here would be 70 minus 50, and that would be 20. Now let's do the real thing. First of all, if you have 3 pieces of candy, you cannot give me 5. So I'm going over here to the neighbor and I'm going to borrow. So this is going to turn to a 6. Then I'm going to bring the 1 over here. This is going to be a 13. 13 minus 6 is 8. And then 6 minus 4 is 2. So 28 would be my real answer. So that is close to 20, which is my estimate. It says, does your answer make sense? And if your answer is close to your estimate, then it makes sense. So you could say here, my estimate was 20 and my answer was 28, and they're close together, so they make sense. They're close in the numbers. That's how you do the first page. Second page is, again, estimating, continuing. So this time we're doing hundreds, and you're going 475, and you could say, oh, that rounds to 500. And 258 would round to 300. So 500 plus 300 is 800. Then you actually add these up and make sure that this number is close to this number. In other words, it's not very far away. It's still near in the hundreds, near it. Again, estimate 316. So that would be 300 minus 80. So that would be 220. And then you figure this out. You subtract, figure this out, and then see if your estimate is close, if the numbers match or they're close. Then you're going here to the tally chart, and you're going to look at this in third grade sandwich choices: turkey, peanut butter, ham, bologna. This is the number of students that like those kind of sandwiches. And then you're going to make a pictograph. Now, an important thing to look at a pictograph is the key and what that means. So the box means 5 children. So for turkey, there are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So peanut butter, 5, 10, 15, 20. So how many boxes would we make? 4 boxes. How many boxes would we make for ham? 2 boxes. How many boxes would we make for bologna? 3 boxes. That is how you make a pictograph. Okay, the next one is the turnaround rule. And you're going to solve this by making an array. Over here, 5 times 4. You're going to make 5 rows of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, 4 across. Over here, you're going to make 4 rows and 5 across and put the answer. What is 5 times 4? Again, on this one, you're going to make an array, 10 rows down, 6 in each row. And then here you're going to do 6 down and 10 in each row. Again, the answer is going to be the same. Please make sure you do a nice array. If you want to make circles, it's okay. If you want to make X's, that's okay too, to make your array. It says, how does drawing an array for these fact pairs help you understand the turnaround rule? You can say, I understand because the answer is the same, but the factors are switched and turned around. So that's what you could say. The drawings help me see that you can turn them around and they still have the same answer. Now we're going on to the next page. Write a number sentence to match this array. How many rows? 1, 2. So you're going to write 2 times, how many in each row? 4. So 2 times 4 equals 8. They already did the array for you here. And again here, how many rows? 3. And then how many in each row? Times 3 equals 9. It says, which array, A or B, shows a square? This one or this one? Well, I think this one is the square. And it says explain. So you better explain. There's 2 points to this question. So you would write B is the square. And how do I know? They are 3 across and 3 down. The same number is across and the same number is down. So it is a square. Okay, going down here to the next one. Victoria does not know the answer to 7 times 5. She does know the answer to 6 times 5 is 30. So she can use that as a helper fact. Victoria starts by drawing this array. 6 times 5 is 30. Here she is. She drew 6 down, 5 in each row. So show on the picture and explain how Victoria can use this array to help her figure out 7 times 5. Well, here's 6 times 5, so what she could do, you could draw a circle to show the difference, or just add another set of X's, X, 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 another row, so that would be 7 times 5, and then you just add that in, so that would be 5 more. So 7 times 5 is 35. So you would add that to your picture, and then you would write down here and explain that she would add another row of 5, so it would become 7 times 5, and then she could figure out what 7 times 5 is. That is how you can use the helper fact, 6 times 5, to figure out 7 times 5. And that is the end of our review. I know we went over this very fast, and if you need to go back and check your work or check it again or go over it to see how to do it, go back and try to figure out how to do it, and go to the next pages, and hopefully if you do this well, you'll do really well on your test tomorrow.